Hi guys, I wanted to come on here to give a new topic of the week. I have no motivation to do this though. Like I don't know. I think it's the weather. It's giving Hogwarts. It's giving Twilight outside. I'm literally my window's right here. And I'm just not liking it. Like so. Ooh. But today I got up. I got ready. Nonetheless, every day just get ready. It's important to just do something that feels good, even if it's to go nowhere, because it's your life and it feels good, and you should romanticize your life. But I was feeling cheap and I didn't want to go to the nail salon, so I just did my own nails. They're really whack, but they're gonna do for the time being because one, I was getting really sensitive. Like they were digging so far down my nail, like with the drill, I can barely put pressure on my nail. Or well, it's better now, but like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my god, it hurts just to even like go like that. So I cut them really short, I manicured them myself and put gel, and then did like little designs on them. And then I put on this little friendship bracelet that I made with one of my close friends, Melanie. If you see this, I'm mentioning your name right now, Melanie. But we made them together. She made her own, and I made my own, and we had ordered what charms we wanted, and we put them on together. But yeah, so there's so much to talk about these days, but I wanted to talk about something that I heard listening to a sermon on YouTube. I listen to a lot of stuff on YouTube, or I listen to like interviews, discussions, preachings, and then I get ideas on things that, okay, I would want to talk about this, but put my own spin on it. So, again, this is another biblical example. I'm sorry to talk about the Bible so much, but I don't know. I get so much of my wisdom from it. It's not even funny. But so this preacher talked about how jealousy becomes like a plant that blooms and blooms, and it just consumes you, like kind of like a weed. And that jealousy can be a planted poison in your heart, and that's so true because if we allow one emotion to take over, it really will take over. It won't even let you finish the sentence before it starts driving the car. So basically, he mentioned how in the book of Corinthians, dang, my light is so strong, but it's for the video, so I'm gonna just sacrifice my eyes for 20 minutes. Um, he's talking about Paul and how Paul mentioned that jealousy was a destroyer of the church, aka a destroyer of people, community. Basically, anytime the Bible mentions church, I just think community. Like, yes, the Christian community, but this can be applied to anyone. This can be applied to friends, coworkers, people that you have to be around for whatever reason, or that you are around, your close friends, best friends, family members. That if you don't check any emotion, it can be toxic. It's like when they say, like, too much of anything, when they're talking about foods, like too much of junk. Well, I mean, too much of even a good thing is going to be harmful to you. Um, and it's something that we have to kind of just give up our ego and humble ourselves and say, you know what? No one ever admits that, no one ever admits, oh, I'm feeling jealous right now. I'm feeling like envious. They won't. And you and I both won't, except to ourselves. Um, but when you admit it to yourself and you say, listen, self, this is really like not embarrassing, but it's like, damn, I actually feel that way. It's a normal human emotion. There's really nothing to be embarrassed about, but for some reason, we just can't admit it. But as soon as we feel it, it's like a little pinprick. It can happen when we're scrolling on social media. It can happen when we're listening to someone talk about their accomplishments or something that they have that we don't. Immediately check it and say, you know what? I know what this feeling is, but I have so much to be grateful for, and just automatically replace what you're grateful for. I find that it's really easy to feel that way on social media, or it's really easy to be like, I now have a new goal now because I saw someone do something on social media. So your goals list are things that you also want to do. If you're like the type of person that's like really excited about life and like everything you see and you want to do it and try new things, your list is going to be like from here all the way to the end of the room if I held it out on a scroll. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Like, even if it's like a motivating factor, like, oh, I'm going to put in the work so I get that, that's awesome. But you also said that about 500 other things. And how many things are you really going to focus on? And how many things are you meant to focus on? If you think about, like, what if God is trying to say, I want you to be where you are because that's how I'm going to use you in your life. And that's how you're going to you know, that's what I want for you, and I'm going to give you certain blessings when you hit a certain timeline in your life or after a certain amount of time, like we can control our lives, but at the same time, do you really want to? Do you really want to have all that control of like, okay, I want to have everything that this person has and or these people have, or I can do it. Like I'm going to put in the work, I'm going to do it. Like it's great to have aspirations, but are they really like from your soul or from your ego? Basically is what I'm saying. So I can't even see with this. I think I misspelled something while I was writing journaling the other day. I think this is supposed to be James 3:16. So for where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. That's basically, I didn't even review that before I started speaking, and that basically sums up what I just said. For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. So you just got to check yourself when you're feeling that emotion. One, why am I feeling this way? Two, what emotion is it? Am I envious of what they have or am I jealous of the person? Because I'm pretty sure they have two different meanings, envy and jealousy. And three, is this a really selfish thing? Like, yes, I love myself. Yes, I care about myself and I want to do better. But is this so that I can show someone my medal, show someone my reward that I have it? And then what? It counts for nothing. You know what I mean? And there it there it says you will find disorder. And I think that's true because disorder comes from, it doesn't have to look like disorder. Disorder could be organized in the sense that, oh, it looks like you're doing a good thing. Like, oh wow, I see you're really pushing yourself. You're getting up early every day and you're going to bed late because you're putting in work to do this and that, and then you work in a second job. Even though you don't really have to, just because you want to save, because you want to buy that car or you want to get that bag or that outfit. That's great. It's like what people, if you're walking down the street and you tell someone that, or someone asks about how you're doing, oh, how are you doing? And you tell them that, they're gonna be like, oh, that's amazing. But really, that's kind of disordered because why are you doing this? Should you be doing this? If you're to talk about to God about it, does it feel like that's something He approves of? I'm not saying it. I'm not giving any concrete answers. I'm just giving food for thought. Like sometimes we don't need to be that ambitious, is what I'm saying. Or we could just be patient and be slow and allow things to come in the time that it takes, you know? Um, yeah, I didn't really have that much. Oh, what else did I write? Oh, and then the pastor was saying, gave you three ways to identify when someone is jealous of you or when you're feeling it in yourself, in your spirit. He said, one, there's going to be hostile communication, which makes sense. Like when you're around someone that doesn't like you, they kind of be like, oh, okay. Like at work or in a friend group or something like that, you noticed it. You notice it. Two, there's gonna be a sense of competition. If you're the jealous party, you're gonna be like, oh, I have to do better than them. I'm gonna like see if I could do one more than them. Or you notice it, like, and you feel like, okay, this is my life. This isn't competition. Like, if I'm confiding in you something about myself, I want you to be supportive of me. Um, you know. And three, criticism, which is similar to like the hostile communication, but when it's like for no reason, that's how you know that there's some jealousy going on there. And it can happen to anyone. It's non-discriminatory. You can be jealous and be Beyonce level success. And jealousy could still find root in her being over what? I have no idea. But it's just how life works. No one is exempt from emotions that don't feel good, no matter how successful or unsuccessful you are. Whether you have everything to lose or nothing to lose, we will always have to. This is why I actually love church, because or well, I love the Bible too, because it applies to every single person, whether you are the lowest on the totem pole or you can get any higher. You will at some point encounter every situation. Literally every situation that I've noticed in the Bible in some way or some form, from what I'm reading, from what I've been reading. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm like a little bit tired. Not tired, but I'm like, when you're feeling slow, because I took like a Dayquil and I think I took an allergy pill and I took like 3 sleep gummies last night that like made me sleep for madly into today. Nothing crazy though. It's just like, your vitamins and magnesium just makes you fall asleep and it works so heavily on me. But like, yeah, I'm feeling a little like down today. But we have a working camera, working microphone, and I have my book, so I'm just gonna speak and well, I've spoken. Um, but yeah, that's really just what I wanted to talk about because if you don't check it, it'll check you and it'll check you right out the door of your blessings. And I've probably seen it happen. I'm sure you've seen it happen if you can think about it, like one scenario in your personal life. And of course, there are plenty of examples in Hollywood and on TV and stuff. I was going to say something else, just forgot it. I'm not the wisest person on the planet. I just like to share little nuggets of knowledge that I have when I have them. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Super Bowl's tomorrow. Not really, don't really care, but I'll watch it. And I'll watch the halftime show, of course, because I want to see it. But I hope everyone has a great day and a great rest of your week whenever you see this. And remember to like and subscribe to my channel.